What's up, sports bettors? Alex here, and I have a ton of plays for today that I've given out. Here are a few of them, as well as this $5,000 play, 250 to win 5K. But I have some more on Prize Picks. I thought they were interesting, so I'm going to do a quick strategy video. And we say this all the time that 5 and 6 pick flexes, you're getting minus 119 implied odds. So you should assume when you're playing on Prize Picks that you're betting at minus 119, right? You're looking for value at minus 119, right? So the first play I went with is absolutely incredible. Nurse under 2.5 shots on goal. And you may be like, you don't know anything about this guy. Darnell Nurse. Nobody knows anything about this guy. Who is he? But what you do notice is every sportsbook has this juiced from minus 170 to minus 204. Frickin' Pinnacle, the sharpest bookmaker out there, we copy their odds for the odds jam column. They have this at minus 204. We're getting it minus 119. That's insane, right? Bet online, minus 189, sharp offshore sportsbook. So I'm not saying this play is guaranteed to win. Not a lock. That is not a word you should use. But the under is a heavy favorite. The under is a lot more likely to occur as displayed in the sportsbook odds. Kind of a way I like to think about this is imagine you had all these different stock exchanges. So you had a bunch of different prices for a stock. The FanDuel exchange is telling you, hey, it's worth 170. Caesars, 194. DraftKings, 190. All of them. And then, hey, on Prize Picks in a 5 or 6 pick flex, you can get minus 119. What do you think? And it's like, yeah, that's no brainer. That is a play you want to be all over. So that's the first play I ended up going with. And I say this all the time, but like the screen, I also went with. So Mark Schefflefle, well, now it's going to reload, and Justin Falk. But anyways, let's go back here. So Nurse under 2.5, clear value. The EV page really good for like comparing sportsbook prices. Where do sportsbooks have the line set at the same level? Let's compare those prices, right? So clear value here. The same strategy applies to any sport. Desmond Bain, doesn't matter. It's the NBA. Who cares? You can find value in any sport. Same strategy. It's so simple. You have hundreds of sportsbooks posting odds for the exact same bet. This bet is always graded in the same way. If he has over 2.5 threes, the over wins. If he has, 2, 1, or 0, the under wins. And all the sports books are data points telling you, the under should be heavily favored, and we found value. So a lot of people don't get it. They'll be like, oh, in sports betting, you need to consider the sports. No, you don't. Investors look for value. If there's value in, a certain sector, they'll focus on that sector. As sports bettors, if there's value in the NHL, I'm going to have more videos about the NHL. If there's more value on Prize Picks, I'm going to have more videos on Prize Picks. But again, like every location has different sports books. So it really depends. So anyways, Nurse under 2.5 shots on goal, Bain under 2.5 threes. Those are some of the best ones. We have Pat Bev under 7.5 points, Dobson over 2.5, Halliburton, Bryant, Murray, Harden. Lots of plays, right? Now, what the screen is useful for, let's go back here very briefly, is comparing where sportsbooks are setting the line at different levels. So here, what you'll notice is, Prize Picks has the line for Jake DeBrusk at 2. All the bookies are at 2.5. Sure, some of the sportsbooks have the under favored, but not a ton, right? Like, it's not like super juiced. Underdog Fantasy, their direct competitors at 2.5. So here, all the bookies are setting the line at different levels. And this isn't an NBA point total or even an NFL total, right? Where we're talking about 49 versus 49.5 points. And like, it may seem like it's not that big of a deal. Like, this is a huge deal. If he has 2 shots on goal, which probably happens like 25% of the time, we're going to push on Prize Picks. Everyone else would lose. So long story short, here are the 5 picks I went with. Right there, looks beautiful. And then I also included it for this Taco Tuesday. So you can see right here, I included this Taco, Miko over 2.5 shots on goal, as opposed to Justin Falk over 2. Otherwise, these other picks are the same. And again, like odds jam, here you can see Taco Tuesday, where they discount a player 4 to 2.5. Right? So essentially, we found a discount. We found 2.5 to 2, So like, we essentially created our own Taco Tuesday. So anyways, OddsJam is constantly hunting all of these lines, trying to show you, here's where the value is as a sports bettor. Here's where you can get an edge. Not every bet's going to win, but you'll win in the long run. So hopefully this was helpful. Talking a lot.